Fam. I am only human. I'm only human, fam. And that's something that took me, I could say 32 years to figure out and understand that. Fetty, you human, my brother. I wanted to make this video, fam. Before I even made this video, I was sitting here about what video should I make? What should I say? And of course, most of y'all know on this channel, we talk about dogs, of course. But one of our biggest slogans on this channel is it's much bigger than dogs. And it's like, Fetty, you experiencing things in this lifetime. You reading books, you praying, you meditating, you got mentors, you in therapy. And we are, what I realize is this, fam. An apple tree that grows and it bear apple, it bear fruits. It can't eat its own fruit. It is for the people to eat, right? A banana tree, a mango tree, right? None of those things can eat its own fruit. So it's same with us as humans. We got to understand that the information we collect over the years, whether good or bad, it is made for us to share with people. Yes, we still have it, and we learned from it to know how to handle that situation better next time it arises. But it's our job to be fruitful and share our experiences, share what we learned, what we understand over the years with people, so that way they don't go through what we went through. We can be fruitful. That's how we be fruitful. But I'm learning that I'm only human, fam. And for a long time, I've always felt like, why I feel sad? Why I feel depressed? Why I feel like this is happening to me? Why I feel like I can't figure this out? Why don't I have the answers to this today, right now? Well, Fetty, you haven't gathered enough experiences. Fetty, you haven't read enough books. Fetty, you haven't spoken to enough wise people that have been through things in life to give you this information, this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding, so you can navigate through life better. But I always felt like I was Superman, or I was this superhuman that was supposed to have it all figured out, have all the answers, know exactly how to be a dad, know exactly how to be a father, know exactly how to be the best boyfriend I could be, know exactly how to raise a family, how to provide for a family, how to start a business, how to run a business, how to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I felt like I was supposed to know all this already. And then when I started a company and things didn't go the way I anticipated it to go, I felt like it was my fault. And in actuality, it is my fault. But things that would arise, why don't I have the answer to this? And then I started to realize through therapy, through prayer, through meditation, through mentors, through reading books. Here it is. I'm 32 years old now, right? And I'm learning that, Fetty, you ain't supposed to know all of this. But the information that you have now, you have it because you went through something, whether it was good or bad. You went through experiences. And that is the human element of you. You have to be exposed. You have to go through things. You have to experience things to know how to deal with it, right? If nobody never told you that touching the top of the stove while the fire on or while the heat is on, it will burn you, you won't know. You'll just touch it and get burnt. It hurted really bad. You damage your skin. But the fact that you experience that is something that you're going to carry with you throughout life to know, hey, I should never touch a hot stove top because it will burn me. Hey, now I know I can't trust everybody with telling them my aspirations or my dreams or my goals, because everybody can't help me. I'm learning that, hey, I have to experience certain things with my daughter to know how to handle certain situations, right? Everything we go through is preparing us for something else. But I didn't know that. I thought I was just born to know how to handle everything. And then that's where anxiety come in. That's where depression come in. That's where more stress get added into. And I'm speaking for me, because like, why don't I have the answer to this? Why can't I figure this out? Why haven't this done what I wanted it to do, right? But it was just, Fetty, you human and you going through life. And you have to be exposed to certain things. And some of them will hurt you. Some of them will help you. Some of them will be beneficial. Some won't be beneficial in that moment. But in its totality, all of it is beneficial. This is how you start to gain knowledge, gain wisdom, gain understanding, by reading, praying, meditating, mentors, and experiences. Now, if somebody told you, hey, Fetty, don't touch that stovetop 5 times, it's hot. Somebody gave you that information, that knowledge. Hey, don't do that. But then you wanted to experience it for yourself, to say, hey, what if they wrong? Now you burnt yourself. Now you have the information they gave you, and you have the experience of itself because you dealt with it. Now you know for sure that, hey, that'll burn you. That is the human element of us, fam. I always felt like something was wrong with me, right? And I don't want to say too much about this, but I had a situation come up, and I was able to be on the side of seeing someone that I always looked at as a strong individual, a person that know exactly what they wanted, where they going. To see this person experience something that they never experienced, but I have, that showed me that, hey, he's human and you human too, Fetty. This can happen to any of us, right? You can feel depressed. Depression can hit all of us. Anxiety can hit all of us. A mental breakdown can hit all of us. It's all a part of being human. A failed business can happen to anybody that is starting a business or is running a company. It's a part of life. But again, you had that experience. You went through something. And it's your job to now to be able to, you experienced it for yourself. Now you're able to help somebody that is going through what you went through, that have never been through that. Right? Yes, a mental breakdown can happen to all of us. But how we respond to that mental breakdown, the people that we have around us, can they help us? And this is something else, fam. I'm learning now that it is our job to love ourselves first, appreciate ourselves first, acknowledge our value and our worth first. But having the proper people around us is very important, because sometimes I'm not strong enough to lift myself up mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever. Yes, pray about it, go to God. But God gave us people. He put other people in our life that we should know we can go to when in time of help, when I need help. And then you start to realize that, hey, this person can help me if I hit a wall. This person can't help me if I hit a wall. That is the other human element of us. The ability to choose. And it's a gift and a curse, because most of the time we choose the wrong things. And then we go through this repetitive cycle of hurting ourselves when you just keep choosing the wrong thing. Right? So a dog can't choose to say, hey, I'm finna go eat some Burger King. A dog is gonna eat what it's been given to eat, or the little he could find to eat. But a human can say, hey, I want Burger King. Hey, I want to go in there and make myself a sandwich. That's the gift that God gave us, the ability to choose, right? But he also, now you have to have the wisdom to be able to choose correctly, right? I just watched something the other day, and it said, You can do the right thing the wrong way. You can say what's true, but you can say it wrong, right? And that is 100% true. The fact that this person does something to make me feel angry or sad, right? I can go to them and say, hey, this that you're doing, you're wrong. Let me say it this way. Hey, I know that there's a dead end if you go down this road. And you in the car with your wife, right, or your friend or whatever. You can say, hey, if you go that way, I went that way before, there's a dead end that way. It is true. But you can also say, you shouldn't take you down that road because you still was right, but you was wrong about how you said it. So you have to be able to say what's right the right way. You have to be able to say what's true the right way and not the wrong way. I also want to touch on this, fam. Like, going back to me again, I'm realizing that it's so much in my life that I never been exposed to, or I never was able to put my finger on. In therapy, my therapist asked me, hey, Fetty, what brings you peace? I didn't even know what peace was. And that may sound awkward or funny or weird to some people, but for me, I couldn't even put my finger on to say, hey, I asked her, well, what's peace? And she was like, So even if you've been exposed to peace, you don't know what it is. You'll push it away because you can't even connect or recognize peace because you don't know what it is. So, we Googled it and we went down a whole rabbit trail about peace. But again, it's like, Fetty, you're human. Nobody never sat you down and taught you what peace was or what peace looked like. So in your mind, anything that come at you, right? Sometimes we've been through so much in life, right? We'll bleed on the people that didn't even cut us because we just holding on to so much. We don't want to trust nobody. We don't want to appreciate nobody. We don't want to love nobody because we feel we experienced something, right? That caused us a great deal of pain or trauma or hurt. So now when this thing presents itself again, we automatically, defend ourselves or retreat from it because the only connection we have with it is pain or is some type of trauma that was inflicted on us, or as me, right? So I'm going to tell y'all this. I don't trust people. And it have made me push some great people away. But that's something that I'm learning, that, hey, Fetty, you human. You have to be able to know the difference, be able to dissect things. But again, that's wisdom, that's knowledge, that's understanding. And that comes with experiences like we talked about, time, patience, the proper information. But I just didn't trust people. So I would push everybody away, or I would deal with everybody from a certain distance because I felt like if I get too close to you, I'm going to want to show you a type of love that you'll be able to use it against me as a weapon. So then I came to this place where I was like, hey, I'm just going to start, right? But you start to push away people that genuinely love you, that genuinely want to help, that genuinely want to see you happy. Now you're hurting yourself at this point. You're allowing something that happened years ago. You holding it so much that you're now hurting yourself with the same tool that somebody hurt you with. But again, as humans, we have to have the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding to know, hey, I don't need this no more. I could put this tool down. This tool is now hurting me. Or I could just put it back in my tool bag because I might have to use it again someday. Some of us are not equipped with the proper tools to handle this next season of our life. We just feel like everything isn't You don't need a hammer to fix everything. And that was me at one point. I just was using my hammer to fix everything. But sometimes I was breaking a lot of stuff with that hammer too, not knowing that, hey, I need my paintbrush today. I need to be gentle today, or in this season of my life. And when I say tools, I mean the things we use, proper communication, being able to decipher and see things a certain way, being able to understand, being able to digest information, or not being able to digest information. All of these are tools that we can equip ourselves with to move through life. So again, one, remember, Fetty, you human. And I'm speaking to y'all, you human. So give yourself time, be patient with yourself. But then there's also a time where you have to say, hey, I need to put a little pressure on myself so I can learn these things, so I can understand these things. I haven't read that book yet. I've been procrastinating on reading that book. I need to read that book. That book is going to help me in this new chapter of my life. I need to build a relationship with that person because that person has the information I need in this next chapter of my life. And it's not about saying, hey, I want to use that person. And it's okay to use somebody. Just don't misuse them. That's something that I learned. It's okay for people to use you, Fetty, but it's not okay for them to misuse you. So fam, I want to know from y'all, if you watched this far in the video, what is one piece of advice that somebody gave you or that you experienced or that you learned throughout life that you have carried that have really helped you on your journey of life? What's one quote or a piece of advice that you utilize that it's like, man, this was essential on my journey throughout life? Fam, I hope this video helped somebody or touched somebody or reached somebody. I don't know who it was for, but I know it was for me. And I'm just sharing, fam. I love y'all, fam. I appreciate all y'all. Thank you for being a part of the channel. And again, I just want to hear y'all. I just want to hear from y'all down in the comment section, fam. I love y'all. Don't forget to like the video, fam. And I'll see y'all in the next one, fam. I'm out of here, baby. I love y'all, man. See y'all. Oh, Lord. I see you in the comment section, baby.